Okay, I'm bored now. We're going up.
Okay. Another 3 minutes. Another 3 minutes end up passing. During which time, by the time that Trusty Tony resolves with, I'm bored now, the sound of now what appears to be metal, it's muted a bit, appears to be pounding into another metal object. Again, coming from above you. Sort of like...
So, someone's trying to break in?
Or they're putting
I think they're just
together.
trying to scare us off, and it's working.
Potman.
What?
Just being spooky.
Potman. Have you ever
This is
thought?
too
No.
spooky for me.
Is it?
Now, I will actually ask Potman to try to focus for a second. Does this
Focus
seem
your
like,
wizard ears.
does this seem like the kind of sounds you might hear for somebody that's like doing metalworking type stuff?
Does it sound
Or
like
Tony's
someone
also
playing-
mechanically inclined? Are these the noise of somebody like constructing something?
Podman racks his brain with all the paranoid possibilities. Yeah, you better fucking believe it.
Who knows what they might be making?
Art?
Or fucking torture tools, or handcuffs, and
Handcuffs.
I don't know, maybe they're trying to fix something deadly. What if they're trying to lock us in somewhere?
Would it make you feel better if we go and look?
No.
Or would that just be even scarier?
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, we're going to look.
Yeah, I feel like unless we just want to sit here the entire time, we're kind of forced to.
Yep, let's do it. I mean, we're not forced to do anything, but let's do it.
Trusty Tony leads the charge out of the possible ambush site into the ladder. Da-da-da.
Does anyone follow him?
With the rest laconically following behind him.
Pretty much.
Does anyone follow behind him? It's
Not
like,
enthusiastic.
Not enthusiastically, particularly not Potman. Kathlyn
Just-
also isn't looking that excited either.
Fast enough, basically.
Yes.
Trusty Tony, he's all excited
Yep.
for some reason.
Yep. Trusty Tony scales the ladder with the kitten, aka the death of us, with him. Making his way up the cool to the touch and slightly rusty, but still sturdy maintenance ladder, heading up to basement 1.
Anything? Do I see or hear anything in basement 1 as I come to the landing?
No. The pounding sound is definitely getting louder, and definitely sounds like it's coming from near the top of the shaft. But it's too dark, and you're at too awkward of an angle to really see what's transpiring.
Trusty Tony is going to slow his ascent
Okay.
as he gets closer. Theoretically, there should be some sort of light now, some sort of, I don't know. Have his eyes adjusted to the darkness at all?
To some extent, but
You've only been down here for like an hour.
yes, but Trusty Tony's not that much of a night owl. You know, he's not perfectly comfortable in the darkness. He's just reckless. In essence, he feels incredibly comfortable, but his eyes could use some more adjusting.
He's gonna punch the shadow into submission.
Yes.
Well, as he gets to the top of the shaft, what is he?
The pounding sound of metal against metal is definitely getting louder, and he's noticing that basically in the large, wide area where there used to be an opening that the elevator doors would be, instead there appears to be, at the very least, a thin sheet of metal, which is covering the entire thing and is sort of pulsing under the inexorable pressure of whatever's pounding on the other side.
So wait. There's like a thing above them, or like where the door would be.
There is a sheet of metal where the door would be, basically pressed like right in front of it, as if someone added it from, outside the elevator onto it, on in front of it. And then there's the sound of pounding, and the metal is pulsing, even bulging a little bit in front of Trusty Tony's face.
But you know what? Thank God somebody got to it, because this just random elevator shaft in the middle of an office was a health hazard.
Yeah.
It's true.
What would Trusty Tony like to do?
Can I keep climbing, or is this the top?
You've gotten close to the top. Basically, the top would be where you would disembark from the awkward maintenance angle and get onto the landing, but you can't actually get back into the office because there's a sheet of metal blocking your way.
Hmm. This is
I mean,
awkward.
it's not a problem, but it's just whether we want to bust it out while the person's still there or not.
Well, Trusty Tony is going to gingerly climb back down, and then over the loud clatter of noise, he's going to say, "Yeah, someone's trying to lock us in here." Quietly. He's trying to lock us in by, blocking the exit. Just not
Hey,
yet.
let's get the fuck out of
like,
here while we still
like I
can.
said, it's not a problem. It's just whether or not we want to try to bust through while they're still there.
You might want to go check out the metal. I don't know how you're going to check it out because it's really kind of hard for anyone to see anything.
Well, we kind of have at least one crowbar and a cutting torch, so I don't see it being a
Do
huge
we have the
problem.
cutting torch still?
Yes.
Okay.
Still have a cutting torch.
So I don't see it being like a life-ending issue that they're putting thin sheet metal up there.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to wait. I guess we'll go down to basement 1 and wait it out.
We got their sandwiches in there.
Yeah, you don't want to go
But
back
what
to
if they
basement
start
2 where the
stacking stuff
sandwiches are?
outside of there?
Well, it's just going to take us longer
They
than
could put
Potman.
heavy things on the other side. Big,
Yeah.
heavy things. That we can't get through easily. So we
And,
don't have leverage.
and if they haven't had much time to tack the entire thing down, we could probably push it out pretty easily right now.
Exactly.
While
Who
they're
knows, later.
probably not going to be ready for that. Unless we want to stand here for like 20 minutes again.
I don't want to be fucking trapped in here, man.
Well, as was noted, it's possible that there are other access points that lead to other warehouses through basement 3.
Potman,
And we don't even know what's past the crank-operated vaulted doors either.
Well, I guess we can go back. Guess we can go back down and attempt to find our way out of here.
We don't want to
Or we
charge the door.
could try to bust back at whatever.
You want to Kool-Aid man this?
Alright, it's important. You guys want to go back up, actually climb the ladder and attempt to bust out while hanging from the maintenance ladder? You want to wait on basement 1? Do you want to go down to basement 2 and search past the crank-operated vault door? You guys want to go down to basement 3 and search for, another sort of access point, like an elevator shaft that could take you up to another warehouse?
I mean, right now, I will say we know for sure this is an exit, and they haven't had long to secure that metal, because they're... It sounds
Let's
like
give
they're
it
trying
a
to
try.
hammer through metal into concrete.
Let's give it a
if,
try.
if we keep,
Don't know.
if we try some other option, we might come back up to find out that they've put, I don't know, a fucking giant ass thing on the other side of this.
Ass thing.
Made it almost impossible to get out.
Whereas right now, we might
And there
actually
might
have a
not
chance.
be another access out of here.
Or there could be things even worse down there. We have no idea.
Well, let's just try to bust our way out then.
And on the flip side, you'll recognize that basically whoever would be busting out would be at the top of the maintenance ladder. Everyone else is going to be down below that.
So we're giving the Yeti a crowbar?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Given-
thinking.
Yeah.
We want to put the strongest
We're gonna
person
go.
out there.
Gonna go try to reach the door.
Breaching.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish we had some breaching charges. That would be awesome.
It's called. Okay, so what you're saying is we need to get TNT and duct tape.
Sure.
They're sitting there trying to hammer this sheet of metal on, and all of a sudden it just explodes outwards.
Explodes everywhere. It's TNT, not a breaching charge.
That's why it's...
It breaches
Yes,
everything,
thank you.
including
It breaches in every direction.
Yeah.
It's breach
Well, I
wise.
think
Omnidirectional
just
breaching. It's the future.
charge.
It's a breach space time.
We'll also say that it might be difficult for you to get an like, in effect, like, you're basically gonna have, like, Kathlyn or whoever used the crowbar at the top would have to, like, clutch, like, the maintenance ladder with their legs and, like, try to balance right on that while
She has
attempting to apply their
acrobatics.
pressure.
You got this.
I've totally
It's like
got.
she was made for this.
She was built for one thing.
This is her destiny.
This is
Using my
A
power
raison
of
d'etre.
acrobatics and my strength, we can do this. Wrap my legs completely around the bar. It's like coiled.
Alright.
This is not the time to doubt yourself.
Okay. Well, if that's the process you want to take, you guys can certainly work on that.
Tell me when you're ready. I'm gonna get up there and give me the damn crowbar.
Now, are the rest of you going to be following closely behind her up the ladder? Or are you going to give her,
I
like...
imagine we should for two reasons.
In case she
One,
falls.
somebody could try to catch her or support her. And two, if she goes through, she's probably going to need
Well, there's only one
assistance
person Cat
immediately.
trusts, and that's a Potman.
So I'll be right below.
Potman's going to probably be the next one up.
Okay.
Because in this situation, his want to not be trapped is trumping his want to not be in danger instinct.
Let's do it.
I guess Tony's taking the rear because he's the only one with a gun and not a melee weapon.
He's also the one falling
pretty
out.
much. Yeah, and he's also he's
I also have a
horribly
gun, but
injured.
I've pointed out that it's a 22 pistol, and I have no faith in this thing.
Don't worry, I'll get headshot after headshot.
Hey, I mean, you don't have to kill a person. You just need to put a bullet in them. Most people
Just
aren't going to
maim
be
the
willing to
fuck out
keep
of them.
fighting.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. You folks begin to climb back up the maintenance ladder then. As you four are broaching closer, the pounding sound of metal against metal does end up coming to a halt, which does end up sparing your eardrums, mercifully enough.
I'm about to wreck that piece.
All right, I would like a dexterity plus acrobatics check from Kathlyn at a -2 penalty due to the darkness and the precariousness of the balancing situation here.
I attack the darkness.
Okay. That is enough for Kathlyn to secure herself with her strong legs at the tip of the maintenance ladder, thus allowing her to apply her upper body strength. For this purpose, we'll go ahead and say, because I know this is going to be amazing, I'll give it a threshold of how many degrees of success you'll need. Give me a 1d10 plus double your strength.
Alright. Yeah.
Okay. Only 2 degrees of success there. Kathlyn makes great work use of the crowbar and manages, for the passage of time, to rather quickly and forcibly erase most of the work. However, she's going to need to spend a bit more time. She did not fully clear the metal sheet away so that any sort of vision at all could be seen, but that it is mostly loosened at this point, and that anyone who is still standing on this side is going to now notice the fact that most of their work has just come undone.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me another roll.
Same roll.
Yeah, same roll. That does it.
Exactly the same
It
roll.
is indeed the same roll.
Yep. Kathlyn, with her amazing powers of strength and fortitude and endurance and constitution, even though that doesn't really apply as a strength.
Which I have none of right
Yes,
now.
right. Fortified as she is at the top of the maintenance ladder, is able to reach over and apply her long frame and, with a crowbar, steadily and quickly, just loosen the metal sheet and have it fall right forward onto the office floor.
Clang.
Creating a very loud reverberation, not just in this concentrated shaft, but in the office, and you imagine out into the entire warehouse.
What's on the other side?
Yeah. Hello, dickbag.
I love the enthusiasm.
Hello, dick rag.
As the dust settles, well, it's not like Kathlyn can really look so well. She's using, both hands on the crowbar, and none of you from behind her have the best angle, but from the lack of, immediate reaction or sounds, or Kathlyn suddenly getting punted down the shaft, it sounds like nothing. But it could just be the reverberation of the loud clatter of the metal.
Hmm.
This is the part where we all quickly need to get off
Gotta
the ladder.
clamber.
Yeah.
Time to clamber. Clambering up.
All right. Kathlyn gets off the ladder and back onto the ground floor, currently standing on the wrecked thin metal sheet, and the rest of you follow suit, and currently standing on the ground floor in the office area.
I will draw the BB gun.
Okay.
And you said this was like the overlooking foreman's type office thing?
Yeah, currently on the first floor of it, but there are basically like window fixtures where windows would have been looking out. And there are office areas like further up, like on the levels of the warehouse. But
That's
this
right.
is
We
just on the ground
this
floor
thing
of the
was
office area.
on the first floor.
Yeah. And the warehouse goes up 3 stories.
Is there any sign of somebody like running, like footfalls or anything?
You can go ahead and give me a auditory perception plus notice for that. Fletch.
Okay, I'm adding the 2 in.
Sure, go ahead and do that. By the sounds of things, the reverberation of the metal is still echoing a bit, but there's no sound of running footfalls, or anything other than the sounds of your companions as they're continuing to, basically, collect themselves now that they've reached the ground floor, and Kathlyn's labored breathing.
Quietly say to the group that they're probably still close by.
Hmm.
Potman's going to be panicking a little bit less now.
Just a little bit less.
Because he feels less trapped, but in just as much danger.
It's just then that we realized they set the warehouse on fire.
There's a small broken lantern out in the middle of the empty warehouse. This has filled the
There's a
entire room
container
with
of cooking
flames.
oil leaking in front of us.
All the sound of metal against metal is the sound of them moving drums of gasoline into...
There's drums of
How
green
do you
bean
like it,
brand
asshole?
green beans.
kerosene.
Green beans?
Yeah. Kathlyn's final words, green beans.
Explodes full Michael Bay style. Just slow motion everywhere.
I accept.
Green beans, both whole and French cut, flying all over the place.
Not French
The
guys.
Because this is a Michael Bay movie, there has to be unneeded breast shot.
What would
Unneeded?
you do
Unneeded.
if you had to give up your green
That doesn't
beans for
sound like a
freedom?
thing.
I concur. I believe that all of them are necessary.
All of them.
Clearly. I mean, otherwise, the movie would be literally nothing.
It would be explosions.
I mean, it's not like it has
lots
a
of
coherent-
explosions. Also helicopters.
I mean-
that explosion.
Yeah. Explosions and helicopters flying through explosions, and
It's just not the same with the horrifying. Sorry, without the horrifying mess that makes
exploding
Fox.
helicopters.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Well, now we're either going to sit here for 20 minutes talking or begin the harrowing project of getting out of the warehouse.
Yeah,
Harrowing.
Potman's wanting to get the fuck out now.
We have to go through the open to get out.
Yes, extremely open, as you'll recall. No cover. Just you and a flashlight beam that can't even reach the entire length of the warehouse. It's that
If
vast.
they have guns, I can almost guarantee they went up to that
Yes. Either the second or
supervisory
third.
level as quickly as they could.
I mean, if we aim ourselves at the exit and turn off our flashlights, they shouldn't really be able to see us on the way out.
That's true. It is near pitch black, except for one of the large metal doors is actually open. So a thin filter of light is able to get in, but
Okay,
does,
well,
that
this
does
place
not
is...
even like get close enough to reach where you folks are. If you turned off your flashlights, you would be in pitch black.
At
That's
the very least,
perfect.
though,
I
it
mean,
would
the
give
floor
us,
is totally clear without any cover. There's nothing really to trip over.
right.
We can just
and
turn
if-
off our flashlights, aim at that sliver of light, and book it.
right. I'm game. I mean, we might pull a Tony and run out the door and into a shotgun, but
What are the chances?
Well, I mean, so let's pause at the door and not just run straight through it.
All right, I like this plan.
all right, let's do
Straightforward
it.
begin.
Okay. The four of you leave the first floor office area. It clearly becomes notable that, right as you're turning off of flashlights, of course, apparently what ended up moving or locating that large thin metal sheet was actually a forklift.
Huh.
Like a functional one.
A functional forklift. That was definitely not there whenever you first passed to this area into the office area.
Aw, man. I think we found our new vehicle.
Time to start.
Those things are
Forklift get-
usually battery powered.
No.
And we have a hand crank.
People will be sitting on shift all night, sitting there just cranking this battery back up.
Hey, it's a good workout.
Actually, technically, most things can be powered by many different things. The forklifts at my job that I worked in a factory were powered by propane and propane accessories.
Okay.
They were powered by propane accessories.
Did I stutter?
Literally only the exception.
Since I like the image of you folks powering a forklift by hand crank, we're going to say that it's battery powered.
I was going to say, like, how big is this forklift?
So, perhaps the size of like it's not a large forklift, perhaps one that you would see like in use at, say, like a supermarket, like a Walmart, that would be used to like lift pallets to and fro.
Okay, then.
Not a large one for like, say, heavy industrial shit, but does lifting whenever people cannot handle it.
Yeah, it lifts.
Yeah, it lifts. It works out.
Dibs.
It's also a one person, unless people want to ride on the prongs of the fork or on
Are
top
we
of the
going to
forklift.
forego the get out plan in favor of dash to the forklift, flip it on, and drive for the sliver in the door?
We'll say
God, no.
the forklift does not travel that fast, and it will certainly create a lot more noise than you folks traveling by foot would.
Hey,
Yeah, nice
hey,
Why would it? It's battery powered. It's like a
forklifts
Prius.
move at a surprisingly fast clip.
Below 5 miles an hour, it's completely silent.
When this baby hits 7 miles an hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Exactly how serious is this shit?
Yes, well, the floor might be clear, but it's not exactly the most even or safe to traverse in all
They
areas.
left all the bubble wrap.
Son of a bitch!
Just so you run for it.
I'm with
Not
you.
for the
only-
forklift, run for the exit.
Okay, you guys can go for the exit.
Ah, fuck.
I like how like the tantalizing promise of a thing can just like wreck Team PC. Shit!
It's not even that promising.
No,
of a
it's
thing.
not. It's a forklift.
It's a battery-powered forklift.
You shut up. This thing's gonna be our battle wagon.
If you wanted to do something with that, it should have been one of the tractors.
Yep.
Should have been one of the tractors.
We don't have. Well, this thing's battery powered. We can recharge it. This
Or
thing,
buy
You
a-
can just sit in there and crank it.
The other three
Crank it
people
all
just
day.
hang on to the cage or whatever, the driving section, and
They
just crank it
thinned off the
entire
zombie
time.
horde while you hand crank in the middle of it.
Exactly.
dude, you can just get one of these many pallets that they obviously have slides turned around, and you guys can just like sit on the pallet.
We are the pallet.
I'm totally not for this plan.
And then we can get a lance and then do forklift jousting.
Perfect. The future is now.
The vampire will be so impressed with what you've got.
Should we found a fucking forklift that
Really?
works?
Yeah, so we're running out of here.
Yeah, you three are.
You know what? This is like, what, episode 14, 15?
15,
something like
15.
that?
It's episode 15
I
of this series.
think at this point, we've just all accepted that Tony is going to do what Tony is going to do.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. All right.
So
Uh,
we're
I have to-
running for the door,
I
and if
have to ask, is there keys in the forklift?
Yes.
Okay, good. It would be
you can see nothing else in this warehouse except this tiny glint of a key that is still slightly swinging from the
Yes.
keyhole.
Almost as if it were destiny.
It is destiny, I tell you.
Yeah.
Come with me, the death of us.
Yeah. Okay.
We will ride off into the sunset.
You of course got like all the emergency light opportunities, and of course the little forklift even has headlights.
Headlight forklift.
Fuck,
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't need that shit. Just turn on the regular. Just turn on the regular headlights.
All right.
And then we're gonna tear this thing out of this place.
All right. Everyone else.
I have to ask: is the way out even big enough for the forklift? I should have asked this first.
It was a thin crack.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Straight through the wall.
It's saying that, you know, if one of the wide, massive warehouse doors are open, this forklift could easily get through since massive cargo trucks used to pull in here at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Forklift is small, but, you know, if you get it all the way over to the other side of the warehouse, then, sure, you're home free.
This sounds plausible.
It sounds plausible. Deal. Let's do it.
Okay. The three of you, the three others obviously naturally get some distance away, and off to the side a bit as Trusty Tony revs up the battery.
Hand charger go. I knew this was not a terrible mistake.
This is the part where we noticed the giant pane glass wall that was not there previously for him to drive through.
Sounds about right.
And takes off on the forklift.
I've got driving car. This is
It's not a big deal. The forklift does not go that fast. Let's say, however, you do shoot ahead of the others, who perhaps are in some slight wonderment of the fact that you are not immediately stricken down with death.
It's all good, don't worry.
Hey, that thing's the distraction now.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
people are watching this and they just can't process what's happening.
It's going to be like the roadblock all over again. Guys are going to pop up and be like, they're stealing our forklift!
They
Then
pull
we'll have
out
a
another
chase
forklift.
across the military base.
In forklifts. It's gonna be great.
Alright. Well, Trusty Tony is not shot at. It doesn't sound like anyway. It takes at least a minute, if not two. But he does manage to make it to the other side of the warehouse.
nerds.
Just screaming out the entire
Trusty
way.
Tony screams out,
Be
"No!"
Doesn't even make sense.
And out into the cool night air and probably a face full of buckshot.
Well, not
Just
cool night
face-
air, just warm night air. Trusty Tony makes it out. The
You did it.
little tiny battery-powered forklift. The death of us hanging on.
You.
Does he come to a stop? Is he just going to keep driving? What's Trusty Tony going to do?
He's gonna turn it around and bring it to a stop.
Alright.
And turn it off.
Trusty Tony fucking does like a little wheelie in the damn thing, spins around, brings it to a stop, and looks back in the incredibly fucking dark as hell warehouse that he can really no longer see into.
I made the right choice. We made the right choice. The
Did
death
Tony
of us.
ever see?
And now we wait.
Eventually, the other three are able to make it outside of the warehouse as well. Without Trusty Tony being murdered or brutalized or cut down by any sort of gunfire.
And people have a weirdness sensor. When they saw that, they just blanked it all out. Not seeing it.
It's a someone else's problem field.
And the rest of you, if you so choose, are able to reunite with Trusty Tony, sitting on his glorious forklift steed.
I'll reunite, all right.
Well, knowing there is at least one person on this side of the warehouse district, maybe we should relocate to a different section.
Well, we do. Guys, I have a something you're not gonna like. I just thought of something. You're not gonna like it.
Oh,
Do we ever like anything you think of?
What if it was the vampire guy?
He left.